Sometimes the prospect has to think about it. It's not usually true. They're usually just not sold. So let's talk about how to fix that. Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm Neil Wintreg, joined as always by Dr. Greg Wintreg. So today we're gonna continue talking about selling and handling sales objections. And we already just filmed one about too expensive or money. Now the most other popular one is adding time into the sale by I need to think about it, I need to do my research, I need to do blah about why I should follow up with the prospect in a week or a month.
I need to get 3 bids, I need to drive around town, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those
all that bundled into
yeah.
I'm gonna wait.
Into I'm gonna wait, which basically is a prospect telling you to get lost. That's what that means. In reality, there's very, very few reasons as to why somebody has to wait to do something. If they're adding time in, it's usually because they haven't made up their mind. And so when they tell you that they need to wait, or this has to happen, and then I can do this, and then I can do that. Realistically, the job is not sold.
Yeah, for sure. And you should definitely, as a sales rep, you should definitely not go back and report to your sales manager or your boss. You got a hot prospect.
No, it's not even
almost there.
It's not even not reporting back to them. It's you telling yourself.
Yeah.
Because if I think that this is going to close in 2 weeks, I stop working.
That's
what a salesman does.
That's a very good point.
Everybody wants to be comfortable.
So step number 1, we know that it's not closed until you're paid. But what I like to do when somebody says, I need to wait or I need to think about it, what I do, rather than try and make them wrong for waiting, what I like to do is say, you know what, when I hear that, usually it means that I haven't done a very good job of explaining something. So what is on your mind? And so I don't make them wrong for waiting. I don't try and talk them out of waiting, although I will ask a question. Well, usually I find I haven't done a very good job of explaining something. And then what I do before I say, what's on your mind? I say, so you walked in here with this problem. I have this solution. It seems like this is the solution. I evidently haven't done a very good job of explaining this. So what's on your mind? And then I will usually be able to get through that stop and barrier by just taking the responsibility for them not being able to make a decision. Now, we know that 20% of the population is trouble, and this is just what they always do. But I am going to give it a really good effort to try and get them to tell me exactly what's on their mind.
That's pretty much straight out of what I would do.
Because I taught you.
Yes, it's true. I evolved into my own thing along the way. I would always try and figure out why the person wants to wait, because if they've already decided that they want to do it, then they will do it. And the real frustrating thing from a salesman is when you have somebody telling you that they're going to call you and they're going to pay you in 1 week, and you know it's BS, and you can't get them to admit that it's BS. That's always the most frustrating thing for me. So when somebody says, I'm doing it on Monday, it's Friday. They're gonna sign the paperwork and pay me on Monday. I know that's not happening.
It's not happening.
So I'd say, listen, if you wanna do it, it's a lot easier if we just do it right here while I'm here and I'm with you. We can sign the paperwork rather than I gotta bother you on Monday. You're gonna be busy. I'm gonna be nudging you. I'm gonna be texting you because I wanna get paid and I wanna get you signed up. So why don't we just do it right now and make it easier for me and for you? And a person might go, yeah, I could see that. And they will sign up. But when they're like, oh, no, Monday's even better for me. It's like Monday works better for you than right now when we're here together. It's not true.
Yeah, we know it's BS.
It's BS.
The other thing that I like to do is I've laid out the solution to their problem, and then it's just not rolling. So what I do is I say, well, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being very important to handle this problem, and 1 is it's no big deal at all. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it to you to handle this? And I need an 8, a 9, or a 10. A 7, I don't know. If they say 5 or 6, it's just not as big a problem as they are proposing that it is.
And on the flip side, if they tell you that it's a 10 to solve that problem, but then don't do anything about it, it's not really a 10. It's more like a 1, but they think that they're motivated to do it. And that's what you have to look at, is you have to look at their words and the actions have to coexist. And when I'm super motivated, but I'm like, oh, I need to think about it. No, I'm not actually motivated enough. And I just sucked the salesman into wasting time.
And usually what you can happen, again, this is 20% of the population's trouble. Usually what will happen when you're persisting, trying to get them to communicate with you, they'll say, well, listen, my credit card is maxed out. I just made a payment yesterday. It's going to clear on Monday. And they will cough up why they want to wait if they are really being legit.
And if they're being legit in that circumstance, I go, well, that's no problem. Here's what I'd rather do. Give me the credit card information. Let's sign all the paperwork. And then I'll just run it on Tuesday. Does that work for you? Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. Absolutely, we can do that. Done.
So most of the time, literally with 70 or 80% of the population, persisting like this is going to have them now originate the real issue. Now, warning, if they get upset with you, if they accuse you of being pushy, if they, accuse you of being money motivated, if they accuse you of being some slimy salesman, walk away. You're there to help them, and now they're attacking you like a vicious rabid dog. Run. Don't walk. Run away.
I had a situation happen maybe a year or so ago where I met a husband and a wife in their industry, and they had been to a previous seminar of ours a few years previous, right? And so I started talking to them, and they said, we want help, we need to change, this is what's going on, da-da-da-da-da. So I sit down with them, and I open up their folder. We had actually interviewed them 4 or 5 years before. And I had, it wasn't you, but it was somebody else's notes. And I held up my notes from that day, and I held up the notes from 5 years ago.
They were the same?
They were the same. They were making the same amount of money. Da, 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 da. So I looked at them and I said, in the last 5 years, you've lost $2 million. And they go, well, what do you mean? I said, well, this is what you said 5 years ago. It was a 10 for you to handle. Today, you're telling me it's a 10 to handle. And now you're telling me that you need to think about it. But you thought about it 5 years ago and nothing changed. Right. And they sat there and they looked at their exact words from today, the exact words from 5 years ago. They were making the same amount of money. Nothing had changed. And then they got mad at me because I didn't let them think about it. And I said, you know what? This is not for you.
Not for you. You walk away.
I sent them on their way.
Yep. Have a nice day.
Yes.
So you persist. You don't give up. You keep asking questions. Usually people will originate the legitimate reason why they need to wait. Or like Neil said, they go, yeah, that's fine. Just go ahead and do it. But word of warning, 20% is going to turn on you, and then you just walk away.
And as a real salesman, you have to learn to spot when you're being played. Like this couple that I just talked about. If it was a new salesman, somebody new, they would have been all over these people all day, trying to get them signed up, trying to help them because they want help. It's a 10 to handle.
Yeah, exactly.
But I spotted immediately the BS, and I said, you know what? If either you want to do this or you don't. And they said, well, we have to think about it. I said, that's exactly what you said 5 years ago.
And you're still thinking.
And you're still thinking about it. So if you want help, you could call me. But I let them go knowing I was never going to see or hear from them again, and I didn't care.
Right.
I didn't get stuck on it.
Right.
And that's where a good salesman actually spots those types of things. For
sure.
What is real and what is fake. Those people were fake.
Absolutely fake. And they were playing with you like a cat plays with a dead
But in
mouse.
reality, they're playing with themselves.
Oh, but
they're lying to themselves for the last 5 years.
We're not going to go there.
Oh, well, that's another story for another day.
So we hope this has been helpful. Do not get sucked into this trap. Follow some of the advice that we've given here today, and we want to see your sales go up.
Like, subscribe, comment down below. We'll see you next time.